Morning.
Yeah. It's
Hopefully everyone can hear us. So, what are we talking about today, Gift? We just want to give you guys updates on a lot of things, right? First, let's see if the folks are in the house. Let me go to the chat to make sure we see who's all in the house. Oh, good. Okay. Starting to see that. You don't have your I can hardly read those comments. But anyway, Nikki Don. Good morning. Mark Robert. All righty. So it looks like the chat is going. I got them on slow movement, 45 seconds. Everyone has to wait 45 seconds before it shows up, supposedly. Douglas, hey Douglas, how are you? Jack Hill, good morning. Good morning. Cool. Okay. Well, we're gonna wait for a few more people to come on, and
in the Facebook.
yeah, and Gift is going to share on Facebook and everything. We got 38 watching right now. Yeah, let me put this over here if that's okay, Gift, right? So I can see. Okay, guys. Well, we're going to give it a few more minutes, and the first thing we'll talk about is Gift got her visa to Schengen visa to Europe. So she's excited about that. She's sharing this on Facebook real fast. I guess I should have done that, right? But we already told people. We put it on Facebook yesterday, Gift.
Yeah.
Okay. She put it on Facebook anyway. So what is going on? So Gift, let's tell everyone about we got 48 watching. How were you able to get your Schengen visa? What was the process?
What?
What was the process for you to get your visa? What did you do?
I do you mean the copy words?
Yeah, everything you had to do.
My statement to bank account. I take to bank account and change my name and what I forget.
Okay, I'll explain and you guys can add. Anyway, what we did is first we Googled um how to set up an appointment with the Italian embassy because that's where we're going first is Italy, and they say you have to get the Schengen visa from the country you're going to spend the longest amount of time in. So when we were Googling, we found a VFS. Come to find out, VFS is one agency. I guess there's a few of them out there. I'm not sure, but VFS is used by the Italian embassy or consulate or whatever for visa process. You have to go through VFS first. So at the end of this live stream, we'll put a link to that. We have a link to them, right? We'll put a link to that. So the first thing Gift did is she YouTubed everyone how to get a visa, how difficult it is, and everything. And she got a lot of help through YouTube in that question. So we set up an itinerary, right?
Yes.
First, we had to do. You have to book your plane tickets. We had to do that. We had to book all hotel reservations. We did all of that, and you have. Yeah, travel insurance for Gift. I have my insurance that covers me, but travel to cover the duration of the trip. So we got all of that together, typed up a little itinerary, excuse me, and Gift took a copy of my retiree ID card, copy of my passport,
Please.
my visa. Now they didn't ask for that, but just to be on the safe side, Gift took all of that because it's always best to go with as much information as possible. Because what they're looking for is to make sure that if anyone goes to Italy, that they're planning on returning to their country wherever they came from, and they don't plan on staying in Italy. So that's one of the reasons for doing that. So we gave them all the information and more. Gift had to get a bank statement, right? For 3 months, was it?
I use 6 months.
I know, but they
I'm
asked
not
for
sure the
yeah,
3 months, but I use
I
six
think
months.
they asked for 3 months, but Gift used six for 6 months. Like I said, the more information, the better in this case. Usually there's a saying, only give what's asked for, but in this case, try to give them as much as possible. She brought a blue book for the house, right? Showing that we own the house and the land.
No, we don't read. I
You
don't.
didn't need that?
No, don't need.
You took it,
But
but
I took, but
yeah.
she said she don't need. But
Okay.
okay.
So Gift took that, and of course, and so she showed them all of that. Again, it was an itinerary laid out. The good thing about well, one thing is when we book the plane tickets now, that's non-refundable. Well, I guess I could have paid a few $100s more each one to have it refundable, but I got a flex ticket just in case we had to change the dates because it wasn't approved right away. And the hotels we did all through booking.com. So booking.com is really good. You could basically cancel your reservations just about a week out, and there's no penalties or anything. They don't take the money right up front. They wait, you pay, they give you a date that you pay, that it'll come out of your account, but you can cancel before that with no issues at all. We did get an Airbnb for our first 2 weeks in Italy because we're going to Pordenone, Italy. And the reason we got that, it was cheaper than a hotel. So we got it for 2 weeks, excuse me, about $1,000, I think it was, 34,000 baht. But we were able to cancel that in a certain time frame as well. I didn't think we could at first. I thought we'd lose half of our money, but after reading, going more into detail, we could have canceled if we needed to. Thankfully, we didn't have to cancel. So we did modify some of our plans, including with the Airbnb. We cut the Airbnb down to 13 nights, I think it was, and we were able to make that modification right on the app, right? You got Booking.com and then you have Airbnb, and your reservations and everything are right there. So we were able to make that modification, so we saved 2,600 baht from that last night because we are going to Croatia sooner than we expected. We had a we we had a whole itinerary laid out, and then we made some changes. I talked to my son in Germany, and he said, "Well, because we're going to Düsseldorf, I want to see my granddaughter, my daughter-in-law, and him." But he's also in Hanau. So in Hanau, I spent 20 years in the between the military and my job in the DoD. So he said, "Why don't we go there longer?" Which we decided we will do. So now we're spending 5 nights in Hanau, I believe it is, and
Yeah.
4 nights in Düsseldorf. So we made some modifications. We were going to go to Sicily, Italy, but we changed our mind on that. Now, most of the places we're going, countries we're going to, I've visited, but I didn't visit all of those locations, and I'll tell you about that here in a minute. So our plan is, and this is not going to be cheap, obviously, but our plan, we are going to Italy first, then we are going to Croatia, then we are going to Germany, then we are going to Vienna, Austria, then we are going to
Prague?
Prague, I believe, or no, Spain,
Oh,
Madrid, Spain, and then we're going to Prague, and then after Prague, we are heading back to Italy, where we'll spend our last 3 nights. Now, all of these locations I just mentioned, Italy is, I don't know, total about 17, 18 nights. But the other places, with the exception of Germany's 8 nights. The other locations are either not nights, I'm sorry, days, full days I'm talking about. And Austria is 3 full days, so we're going, so it's 4 nights. Prague is 3 full days. Madrid is 5 full days. And Croatia is 5 full days. Yeah, yeah. So we got it all laid out, believe me. It sounds confusing, but the good thing is when Gift first got her the visa, what they do is if you get approved, they send it through the mail. If you don't get approved, then they tell you have to come and pick it up. They give you all of your paperwork back. So a day before Gift got a visa, I was sitting here on a computer on a laptop, and Gift is on a phone, and she looks at a message and she misunderstood it. And she said, "I'm not getting my visa." I'm like, "What? You're kidding me." So I read the message and she misunderstood completely. What they were saying is that a visa is in process, and not to notify them, and then we'll know something soon. Well, about 5 minutes later, they then send her a message and they say, "Your visa is with the carrier." They didn't say visa, passport. They don't tell you if it's approved or not. They said, "Your passport is with the carrier, but Gift," based on what they told her, "if they're mailing it back to you, it's approved." But we weren't gonna, you know, celebrate right away. We wanted to make sure we seen it, and then sure enough, the next day she got it. So, and you guys probably seen it on the last video we posted. Yeah,
Lead,
yeah,
lead. I'm not.
yeah. She didn't think she was approved. My heart almost stopped because I'm like, oh God. But anyway, all of the bookings based on our itinerary change, all of our bookings, with the exception, all of our bookings, with the exception of the first 2 weeks in Italy, I canceled all of them, and we went and rebooked for the places we are going to be going to. Now, today or tomorrow, I need to book all of the flights. I've already looked up prices on flights. Flights average from $100 to $200 in Europe, from going from country to country in a Schengen area. From $1 to $200. I mean, I believe one of them may be about $250. Yeah, I believe I forget which one that was, but anyway, and then baggage is always extra. So for 50 pounds of baggage could be from $50 to $75. But we also get 7 kilo each of carry on. So while we're in Europe, I'm just planning on leaving all of our big stuff with friends of ours, and we're probably going to do the carry on thing. It'll be more than enough clothes for 3 nights, 4 nights, and we'll wash if we have to wash the clothes. So we'll save quite a few, about $300 there, not doing that. And in booking.com, we could book a taxi straight from booking.com to all of our locations, and it gives a price. So that's also another good. And most of the taxis I'm seeing go from $30 to $50 from the airport to the hotels that we want to go to, or that we are going to. We do have some friends picking us up in Italy. We have my son picking us up in Germany, so we don't have to worry about that, and dropping us off at the airport. So we're good to go there. So anyway, that's on the travel part on our trip to Europe. And again, we are very excited. We are going sometime around the end of April, and we'll be gone for about 6 weeks. Yeah, 43 days. So
43.
yeah, we have a house sitter. We have a few house sitters actually, so no worries there. They're coming to do our tinted windows here Sunday, right?
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday they're going to tint the windows for us, which is going to be nice. The last time I said on one of the videos that it's supposed to reach 44 Celsius, and then I retracted that and I said I misunderstood 34 Celsius. Come to find out, I didn't misunderstand. That gift showed me where the Thai government said for the month of March, April, May,
Yes.
it could get up from to 41 or 44
Yeah.
degrees. That means 44 would feel like 50. I'm assuming.
The teacher very hard.
Yeah, this year is going to be very hot. So anyway, that's on the visa process. So we got that taken care of. The itinerary. Now we said we were going to talk about the Philippines. Our most recent trip to the Philippines. We have JR focus on Asia in the back right now, watching. We're going to bring him on shortly. Also, Dave got to love Thailand. Helped me set up StreamYard yesterday. This is the first we're using StreamYard. This is the first time. It looks like everything's working. We did some tests this morning, so we'll probably be using StreamYard from now on. I think it's a pretty good app to use for going on live. But anyway, talking about the Philippines, what were our thoughts on the Philippines? We had a great time on the Philippines. Here, let us bring JR on and introduce you guys. And you guys, we're going to put a link, someone will put a link to Focus on Asia and Got to Love Thailand. I would appreciate that if you guys would do that. There you go. Nikki, thank you so much. You're right on it. And thank you so much to all of our moderators. So here, let me add him to the stage. JR, can you hear me?
Yeah.
So there's JR, everyone. So JR, we met JR when he came to Thailand to move over. You gotta move closer to me. No, closer to me. There you go. So we met JR and Cecilia, his beautiful wife, when they came to Thailand, and we really connected, hit it off, and they invited us. So did we invite ourselves? I don't know what it was, JR, to the Philippines.
Yeah, I think it was
But
mutual.
yeah, but JR said he will show us around, and they did, and we had an awesome, amazing time in the Philippines. JR unfortunately got sick for the first few days, so we were traveling with Cecilia and Gabrielle, her nephew, and we had a great time with them as well. We went to hold on, don't say it yet. I'm trying to remember. Uh, no, we went to Vegan City, but before Vegan City, we went to another
La
little
Union.
town. La Union. I had the love, but I couldn't remember the Union.
Yeah.
So we went to La Union and we went to Vegan City. We loved Vegan City. It was, I mean,
Yeah,
it was
Vegan City's
awesome.
awesome.
yeah, really laid back, horse and carriage rides. You could walk around that city, no problem. Lots of restaurants, beautiful, beautiful views, lots of history, lots of history. So, La Union was okay. The hotel we went to, I don't even think we put the hotel on the
Just one night.
yeah, we went to, it was okay, but they were still recovering from COVID, I believe, and that unfortunately, and I think that's why it wasn't probably where it normally is up to standards. But we did go to we walked down the beach and went to a German restaurant there, which was awesome. They also had rooms available, but they were a lot more expensive. But
Yeah.
we only stood there for one night anyway. Traffic in the Philippines is horrendous if you're not on a highway. They do have a highway, which is awesome, better than faster and than going on a Bangkok highway here. But the roads, other than that, you have the trikes and the jeepneys, and it's crazy. It could take you to get 30 miles. It could take you an hour or longer
Yeah.
than that sometimes, right, Jr.?
Right.
So after that, and I'm going to let JR talk about it, but I'm just going to tell our opinion on it. After that, we went back to Inglis. That's where JR and Cecilia live around that area in a gated community. We went back to Inglis City, spent a few nights. JR was feeling better. So we took a day trip to Baton. What is it?
Bataan.
Yeah. Memorial, the a really nice area there from the Second World War, lots of history. You guys could check out our series on Vietnam, on the Philippines. You could also check out JR's channel. He does a lot of videos on the Philippines. We went to Subic Bay, which was really nice. Got to go shopping there. You could it was almost like the old military, well, it was the old military base, but they kept the old commissary and exchange there, which was awesome. We were able to go in that. They had lots of Western foods, just like you would see in an exchange or a commissary. And you got to pay in dollars. I forgot to mention that on our video. You could pay in dollars or in peso. And that
Right.
everything was priced in dollars. So we paid in dollars, right? And we brought a lot of goodies back with us. Too bad we didn't have more room in the luggage. We would have brought back more. But and then after that, we went to one of our favorite places, Baguio City. Baguio, right? Is that how you
Yeah.
pronounce it? Baguio? Baguio. That was really a beautiful ride there. JL's traveling with us now. That was a beautiful ride, beautiful sceneries. It's just amazing there. But one thing I could say about the Philippines, when you get in hotels, the price you're paying does not meet the quality that you would pay here in Thailand and get the same quality. You probably have to pay double for the same quality here in Thailand, in my opinion. And I'm only talking about the 2 weeks we were there. We're only talking about the locations we were in. We can't speak for all of the Philippines. That wouldn't be right. JR can, but we can't talk about that because we were only in certain locations. But the people there are so friendly, awesome. The food, I needed a little bit more spice. That's my opinion, but the food was okay. You feel a sense of, how would I say it? It's a sense of security, but not security for me, because everywhere you go, you have armed guards, security guards. So I asked myself the question: without the security guards, how would it be? I mean, going to 7-Eleven, around a bank, hotels, every place it seemed like we went had armed security guards, some with shotguns and everything. So I don't know what message that is. Maybe they just don't want to get robbed or whatever. But we felt safe the whole time. But I'm just not sure if we would have felt safe if it hadn't been for that. I don't know. And JR said there's some locations you just don't want to go in at nighttime. So I guess you have to know your surroundings as well. But overall, we're looking forward to going back. We really, really did enjoy it. There are some scams there. It felt like they try to scam us. Now, I'm not sure if this was an honest mistake or not. They we went to the hotel, and actually this was a five-star hotel, $220 or $50 a night. Anyway, we booked that hotel with breakfast, and when we got there, they told us breakfast wasn't included. It would be another, I forget, 1,000 peso each, whatever that is. So anyway, we looked at a booking, and I told the lady, I said, no, it says right here breakfast is included, and she said, no, it's not. I said, look, we paid $220 for this room. She said, okay, let me go. She went in the back and she came out. Oh yeah, breakfast is included. So I'm not sure if they were just trying to make a little money, extra money. I don't know. Then we went to a steakhouse with JR and Cecilia, and I wanted the 10-ounce, no, the 12-ounce ribeye, right? I think I wanted the larger one. No, the small one, the 10-ounce. I wanted the 10-ounce ribeye, and they came back and they said, "Well, we can't give you a 10-ounce. We could only give you a 12-ounce." I didn't understand that because this is Texas Roadhouse, and they cut to measure anyway, usually. But anyway, I was good with that. I said, "Okay, well, just give me the 12-ounce." Long story short, we got the bill. I was happy with it. Gift JR and Cecilia took us around. Dinner was on us. I was happy. The bit with the bill, it was like I want to say 10,000 peso. It's a steakhouse. We had some good steak and everything. I don't know what 10,000 peso. What is this 10,000 peso, JR?
A little less than 200.
A little less than $200. But Cecilia said, and Gift does this also here in Thailand, so it's not just a thing in the Philippines. Cecilia said, let me check out the receipt. They actually charged me for the 10-ounce and the 12-ounce. And surprisingly, within 2 seconds, they had the cash in hand coming back to give us the cash refund. So I don't know. I don't know. Again, I'm not saying they tried to scam us, but it sure felt strange. But anyway, enough on that. So JR, are we on point on what we're saying on Philippines?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I shoot straight on my channel, and you know that we travel to Thailand a lot, and I've traveled to Thailand since, well, a lot of it with the military since 1990 was my first trip to Thailand, and I think you hit the nail on the head as far as hotels. Hotels, man, to me, it's almost a 50% difference on the majority of the hotels. Like, in other words, if you took two hotel rooms that were identical in Thailand, it would be $30 US a night. In the Philippines, it'd be about $60 US. That's the only thing about traveling around here is the hotels can be ridiculous in some places, and I just don't understand it. So that's why I prefer traveling mostly in Thailand. As you know, we come to Thailand for about 3 months every year, and yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that place you guys stayed at, ABC Hotel, that place is so insanely priced, and again, I don't get it, but it is
was
what
nice.
it is.
Don't get me wrong. We really enjoyed
Yeah.
it, but it was for us. It was over the top.
Yeah,
I'm not 25, 30 years old, so the lights, the dim lights and everything. But we enjoyed the bar and everything. The room was awesome. It just was over the top, and it looked more like 80ish to me the way they had it decorated. I don't know, but it was
Yeah.
it was nice. It was
but
nice.
but
We
as
did
you
it.
but as you know, like if you spent $220 for a hotel in Bangkok, you'd be on the high horse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would be pretty extravagant.
It would be. Well, we had our friend Micah put us up in Hoi Hin just recently. He
Yeah,
insisted, and I don't know what the price of that hotel was, but looking online, it was like $300 a
yeah,
night and up. And I'm like, well, that was priced over the top to me too. But I guess you're on the beach, and I think was based on location, and it's always about location, right? I mean, the ABC hotel was in the center of English City, also.
which
In all
is
due fairness,
yeah,
so
but that's not a beach.
yeah, it's not a beach. But I don't, I was telling Micah, I said, even if I was rich, I'm not sure I would pay $300, $400 a night for a hotel. I don't know. I could say
Right.
that now because I'm not rich, right? Hey, Cecilia, that's Miss Cecilia. Say hello to everyone. Say hello to Cecilia. JR and Cecilia, you guys been married 32 years, right?
32 years, yeah.
32 years. JR is retired Air Force.
Hmm.
Um, and a really great guy. You guys really got to focus on Asia out. I mean, he has great content. I'm surprised he doesn't have more folks watching him right now. But it just takes time. It took us time to grow the channel as well. And he does a video a week. He promises he'll do one video a week, and he's been
Yeah.
doing it. So
And last video I watched that. I was like you go the SM mall.
yeah,
Big challenge.
yeah. The SM Mall we went to the SM Mall. That was pretty cool. The malls there, I can tell you, in the Philippines, it was packed. And this was during a week, right? And they're packed all the time like that, right? You have to stand in line. Well, you couldn't even get a seat in Starbucks. We had to wait for a seat in Starbucks, forget. But another thing, if you go to the Philippines, now JR says get your money. If you bring money, just get it over there and you get a better rate. Actually, I believe we got it here in the just a few thousand pesos, I forget. We got in Super Rich, right?
Mm.
And it was basically the same rate. You could go there and take your chance, but one thing when we went in, we were looking for an exchange, right, JR, a few times, and we went into two exchanges and they didn't have money. I was trying to change the euro because I ran out of dollars, but I did take euro with me. But they had no money. The exchanges had no money, and this is like 1, 2 in the afternoon. So I think I agree with JR. You may get the same rate or the better rate, but you got to be careful because you don't want to find yourself in a situation where you can't exchange either. Sure, that's not the norm, but for some reason it was very busy in England. So, I mean, it was very busy. So probably a lot of tourists there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a busy area for the night. It's similar to Pattaya, the nightlife kind of tourist, and so money. That was kind of unusual as far as them not having cash.
Yeah.
But I live in this area, but I'm not a fan of this area. There's reasons why we live in this area.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Nikki, thank you so much for coming on and moderating for a while. Have a good night. Appreciate you checking us out. I know you're going to crash now. All right. Anyway, JR. So we are going back to the Philippines. We just don't know when. Jay is going to show us some. My request initially was not to see the touristy areas, right, JR? I said I want to see what other folks don't see. But there was some tourists in Vegan City and Baguio, but not as much. Right, we didn't feel that there was a lot.
That's what I enjoy about Vegan City is even though it is a tourist destination, it doesn't get that many external tourists. It's more local Filipinos going there. It's most of the people that come to the Philippines tend to hit the beaches, the islands down south, or they come here, like I said, similar to Pattaya, they come up here to the Angeles City for the nightlife. Very few people go out and explore the Luzon area, go to places like Vegan, like we did. Not too many people do that on their first few trips to Philippines. They're usually hitting places like Boracay, which we just went to last month, which was a madhouse to me. It was just insane how many people were there. So Boracay, I can tell you, is not for me. Beautiful. Don't get me wrong. The water was crystal clear. The white sand was amazing, but it was just way
busy.
way.
I seen that video. Yeah. It was extremely busy. Anyway, Anthony's on here. Anthony lives in Vietnam with Mara, and he says, "How did he become a moderator?" It's a good question. I thought I blocked you. I guess I accidentally made you a moderator, Anthony. Oh well, I guess I'm stuck with you now. But anyway, yeah, we really enjoyed the Philippines. Now, again, it's not a place I would live, but just like Thailand's not a place everyone would live either. But it definitely worth visiting. I think you got to visit every place if you can, right? But yeah, we're looking forward to seeing and hanging out with you guys, of course. Now, you guys are coming here August back to Thailand, September?
Yeah, probably mid-August. And we're going to do like we did last year, we're going to do the first 30 days, we're going to drive, rent a car. And so this time the plan is to start out in Bangkok, obviously, and then drive up through Isan and then bang over and head up to Chiang Mai. And, spend, depending on which area, spend, 1 or 2 nights in each place and just try to hit, like we did down south, just try to hit a bunch of places we've never been and explore and just get a feel for, the rest of Thailand.
Yeah. Well, you guys, I mean, you and Cecilia travel extensively. I mean, your videos you could see. Vietnam, I mean, you're going through every country. You guys been all over, it seems like Southeast Asia. And you
Yeah.
have basically your videos on most of that. But if anyone has questions about any place in Southeast Asia, I'm almost certain that JR could probably answer that question, because when we were talking, hopefully we can visit all the places you visited so far. But you do plan on coming back to PKK where we're at. You're going to stay here a few nights. We are
Yeah.
going to head over to some of the islands because you haven't been to the islands here this way or in Thailand. Period. I don't know. And
Just like Phuket is pretty much the only island we've been to.
yeah, well, we don't want to go there, so
Yeah.
so we're going to do that, and then we may take a trip to Vietnam together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we may do some things in Vietnam. So you guys stay tuned for that. That's going to be later on this year, but definitely looking forward to that as well. All righty. So one more thing I wanted to mention. I said I was going to mention this. This doesn't affect you, JR, but there's a lot of questions. We're getting a lot of questions on foreigners having to pay taxes in Thailand. And I can't speak on that at all, really. What I can tell you is my understanding, my reading of it when I've read up on it, and I can only speak for myself. Since I am on Social Security and I collect a federal pension, the U.S. has a tax agreement with Thailand. And for those two reasons, I don't think I will be taxed. But you never know. You never know. I guess it's a wait up and see for all of us. We've been watching videos, we've been listening to all of these experts, and the more we watch, the more we listen, the more confused we are, and the more confused we think they are. So
Yeah.
we're going to leave it as that. I did put a link in the description of this live stream on tax advisors. I met this guy, Ken, and went to their company in Bangkok a few years ago, I think. And they've been working with taxes with foreigners for many years experience. They have a license and everything. So you'd have to contact them. I put the information there. That's not just for U.S. taxes. That's for other countries as well. I don't know what countries they service or do the taxes on, but they'll actually do your taxes for you as well. So I am going to hold off for now on my thoughts on the taxes in Thailand, foreigners being taxed on the money they bring in Thailand until I know a little bit more. And I guess until it really happens. One thing I will say, folks, I've seen some chatter and everything, people chat and comment and whatever on different channels saying that they're going to start taking taxes out immediately, 25% on the money you send to Thailand. I seriously doubt that is going to happen. First, you got to be here for 6 months before they'll tax you. And some folks, while they may live here or have a retirement visa or whatever, they spend 6 months in their country and maybe 6 months here. So that's to be seen how the taxes are going to work and be taken out. Also, in addition to that, Gift does taxes. She's been doing taxes for 4 years now, right? Because she has YouTube, so she's been doing taxes. Last year, I think you paid 8,000 baht tax.
Yeah.
8,000, yeah. So anyway, Gift has a I go on TurboTax. The Thai government, they have a website similar to TurboTax, and you could put it in. You can put in the tax, everything. They'll ask you all of the questions. How much did you pay on medical? How much food? Right? You get to write off your food. How much food? So there are a lot of deductions, and I believe the first $150,000, 150,000 baht is not even taxed, and then it's yeah. Hold on a second. Let me look at this real fast. I'll tell you what it is. So you got a lot of write-offs. What I'm saying is, folks that are concerned, you still may have a lot of write-offs. Hold on a second. Tax bracket in Thailand. Well, that didn't work. Doesn't like my accent. It's a text. Tax bracket in Thailand. Okay, here we go. So I'm looking at this right now. So it starts out. It starts out 150,000 to 300. Like I said, up to 150,000 zero tax. 150,000 to 300,000 5% tax. $300 to $500, which probably most foreigners live on in Thailand, is 10%. And then it goes from 500 to 750, 15%, and it goes up from there, 750 to a million baht, 20%. But again, a lot of that's write-offs. If you have a health insurance, my understanding again, I am no expert by any means. I'm only sharing my opinion, and I'm only sharing the way I read into this. I'm not telling anyone how this works because I would never do that. You have to go to official websites in Thailand, tax office websites or whatever, and get that information or see a tax advisor or something. So I'm only telling you what I believe. But there, with so many tax write-offs, right off your medical, your food, your car, right? A number of things, you're going to bring that number down anyway. I know a lot of people are panicking, and rightfully so. I mean, if you're paying tax in your country and then you come over here and you have to pay tax in Thailand, that's like, wow. But I do know there's several countries where if you're not in a country, you're not paying tax in your country. You guys know what countries those are. So perhaps now you're going to be taxed. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people may say, hey, I just don't want to live in Thailand anymore. Again, that's up to you. We all have choices, right? We can live here and accept the rules like they are, or we can leave, or the culture or whatever, yeah, you come to Thailand, you have to understand that they have rules as well. Yeah, some folks are going to say, yeah, but some of the rules are broken. Well, some of the rules are broken in the US as well. I can't speak for other countries. However, in saying that, you know your choices, you know your options, you know what you're facing when you come to Thailand. If you don't know that, then I would do some serious research before deciding to move over here permanently. At least come here for 3 months as a local. Try to live like a local. You may not like the humidity, you may not like the food, the language barrier may affect you. And now with this taxes, you may want to look into that. Am I going to have to pay taxes on the money I bring over here? Thousand things you may not like. And if you don't like them, then you have a choice, right? We're only guests here. I'm only a visitor. I'm on a retirement visa, but I am a guest in Thailand. It's not my country. I've said that before. So and I treat it like it's not my country. I respect all of the people. There's some hot news. I'm not going to get into it right now where a foreigner did not respect someone, and it's all over social media, protests and everything. I'll just leave it there. Now, again, those that allegedly did not respect. I don't know. I don't know the facts of that case either. That still has to go through the legal system. I'm just saying what's on social media, what I'm hearing. So, yeah, whether you go to the Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, or any country, you got to learn the culture and you got to learn how to respect. Things are not going to be the same in Thailand as it is in your country, and Thailand is not going to change for the way things are in your country. Just like we shouldn't expect Thais to go to the U.S. and change the country to fit them, right? That's the way it is. Although in the U.S. we're a little bit more flexible on doing that, right?
So in summary, Foreigner Joe said you don't have to pay taxes in Thailand. That's
But anyway, and we got Dave now backstage, so I'm going to bring Dave on here in a second. Dave got to love Thailand. Dave said that he heard something. I don't know if he was able to find that about the Thai citizens, or maybe many citizens from other countries going to the U.S. Requesting a visa no longer has to have interviews maybe in the near future. You still have to do the application process, but you may not have to do the interview. Hold on, let me bring Dave on here. Dave, there you go. Hey, morning, Dave.
I did check into it a little bit more. What that person that said it took his video down.
Oh, okay.
And it's basically if you're under 14 or over 80. Okay. And the other thing that I got off the site was if you have had a visa prior to that and you were getting another visa to come to America from whatever country, you may be possible to waive the interview, which would be nice. But yeah, I learned a lot of things in Thailand. You learn things every day, whether the allegations and stuff are correct. I think just off the top of my head, maybe not a good thing to hit or kick a Thai person. Might throw up,
I didn't go that far, Dave, but that's alleged. I don't
Yeah,
know.
like I said,
still have to go
allegedly,
through-
but I still, in my case, in my brain, logically, no, probably don't kick people, don't hit people, don't, I think
If
would
you
help.
learn,
But
I agree, Dave. If you learn one thing in Thailand, learn how to why and say I'm
yeah,
sorry.
exactly. Like my
Because
wife, sabai, sabai,
yeah, you
don't
don't
get
want to.
upset, don't do nothing.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah,
hard for
exactly.
me because the way I grew up, I had a short temper for a long time, but now it helps. I love Thailand. You got to love Thailand, right?
Well, that's your channel, right? You have to love
Yeah,
Thailand.
yeah. I mean, it is. It's awesome. Like we were talking before, I was talking with Jr. I want to go to the Philippines bad. I haven't been yet, but it's top on the list. So hopefully, I can get there soon. I
Yeah.
hope. But yeah, I don't know. This tax thing. My wife, there's a couple. I don't know if I told some people on my channel that there is. I brought in some money into one bank in Ubon that you can actually bring in, and it's in U.S. dollars. The money in one account that we have in Ubon is in U.S. dollars, not baht. And my wife had to claim that on taxes because her name was on the thing. I think she had to pay 4,000 baht or something on that interest on that money
Oh,
that came
so
in.
it made some interest, and she paid the money
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
interest. Okay.
Well, my wife is really sharp. She works for the government. She's college educated. She knows how the write offs and all that work.
Yeah. Well,
But on YouTube, I mean, I make like this, and we both claim on taxes. Because I don't care. It doesn't cost me nothing for the
yeah.
$1,200 a year that I get, on the channel. But the AdSense account is in her name, so she claims the taxes on that, and I get a lot of people that contribute to that, into that through
Yeah. Yeah.
the deal. But it is, I mean, but if they say that, I can't see them ever charging like you were talking. I don't think that's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
The 25% never going to happen. I don't think.
Yeah, that's
My
not
opinion.
again. It's
My
leftover,
opinion.
just like us. I'm in a higher tax bracket, right? Because I'm single, I'm not married. But when I start doing, which I don't have any deductions, but the government gives me that 13,500 or whatever. All of that's reduced, and a lot of people. I think I could be wrong. You'd have to talk to a tax advisor on this, but I believe the way the taxes go, and I'll talk the U.S. for example. The first $7,000 to $10,000 or $1,000 to $10,000, and I don't know the number. I'm just using this for example, is no taxes. Then ten
Right.
thousand to 40,000 maybe 3%, 7% or whatever. Well, that's the way it works. So they automatically in my opinion, I could be wrong. The first 10,000 you're not paying tax on. Then you're paying a percentage of that between 10 and 30, and then you're paying a different percentage between 30 and 40, and so on and so forth. And that's how you come out with the average tax you pay for the year. Because when I do TurboTax, even though my tax bracket is, I want to say it's 30%, 26%, something like that. I can't remember. Even though my tax bracket is like that, when it's all said and done, it says I paid 18%, 18.5% in taxes over the year. So I'm assuming, do you guys with me on that? You understand what I'm saying, or did I lose you?
No, I don't know the exact dollar amounts that you were talking about where they
Right. But
make
I'm
the
just
break.
saying it goes
Yeah.
from tax bracket to tax bracket to tax. It's not like I make say $70,000, I'm going to be penalized at 36% on 70,000. They're going to go through the tax brackets, and that's how it comes to the whole, I guess.
Right.
I pay 20% on so much, and then after that number, then I go to the 25% for this much, and the 30. I don't know. I
Right.
could be wrong.
See,
Any of you guys?
I was kind of lucky because I was on Social Security disability. So for 10 years, or maybe even more than 10 years, I didn't have to claim taxes in the United States. Only because, and people you have younger people that watch your show. Mine are usually all above 65. But anyway, just keep it in mind if you're working and you're a 40-year-old guy. I had an Aflac type account that was through Cigna Healthcare. So I had my Social Security disability, and the policy, and the reason that I'm saying this is when I changed, it was a union company. All I did was just change my shirt. And when the one company took over, everything got paid to the same retirement, everything got all that. But he came up and he was going through this deal and he said, we have this account. And I said, well, how much can I get? They said, well, you can get $4,000 a month. I said, well, how much will that cost me? He said, $99. I said, why don't you give me that? And 3 years later, I ended up going out on Social Security disability, and they paid to get me onto that Social Security disability, because that $4,000, if they pay out money, they only have to pay the difference with what Social Security gave me and them. So I got $4,000. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because I paid the $99 a month, I don't have to claim that on my taxes. If they would have paid the $99 a month and I would have got the AFLAC account, I would have had to pay taxes.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm just, for people that are 45 or still working and whatever, keep that in mind. You do not have to. You don't even have to claim it. They can't come after you and say, do this. You don't even have to bring it up.
Yeah.
And so that made a difference. But then when I had retirements too from the union, and that kicked in when I turned 65. So now the last 2 years I have to pay taxes. But
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that there's breaks on, you can earn so much money and this and that, which I don't have to worry about because I'm retired. I don't want to work. So
But also, Social Security, isn't that SSI? Is that what it's called? SSI?
SSDI, I think. The SSDI.
Can
Yeah,
you
and
live
what
outside-
I heard, what's that?
Can you live
ahead.
outside of the United States and collect that? I heard you can't. do
I've
that.
been here for 5.5 years.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And you can even have it.
I thought you were done.
Well, what they said that they'd done, and I don't know, at 65, supposedly they automatically change it from Social Security disability to regular Social Security, is what I was told. I don't know. I don't have a clue. When I go into my Social Security deal, and it just says Social Security. But that was my understanding, is they automatically do it. But yeah, I've been, and I belong. I have do Chase in the States. I bring that in there. They give me one baht difference. So if the exchange rate right now is 35.8, I think it was this morning, I get 34.8, and I don't pay anything through there, and they transfer. I have Bangkok Bank here. I've never had, we lost it. We don't know where it's at. It takes between 2 and 4 days to get, and they've been putting it in there. But you can, in case people are wondering, you can set it up with Social Security to have it deposited directly into your Thai bank account.
You can I could even do my federal pension on that. I'm not sure about state pension, but I could have my OPM send my pension straight to my Thai bank account. I'm not doing that, but you can do that. Yeah. And that's why, another reason, in my opinion, we're not going to be taxed on it. But then again, I don't know.
Well, I know the United States, I'm kind of used to that. I mean, they tax my money 10 times before I. Didn't you already tax that? Yeah, we're going to tax it again, and then when you draw it out later, we're going to tax it a third and fourth time. Yeah. So, but I just can't see Thailand do it, because a lot of people, to be honest with you, they're right on the edge of qualifying for their retirement visa. They're of age. They just barely bring in the 63,000 a month or whatever it is. So if there's something like that happens, those people are going to have to either reevaluate or they're going to have to leave Thailand. If they're going to grab 25% of their money, they won't meet the qualifications for retirement.
Yeah. Well, it says they have to bring it in. So if they're bringing in the right amount and then Thailand taxes it, I don't think that they're going to say, oh no, this is minus taxes. I don't think that's what it says. It says bring in 65,000 baht or more a month. And again, like
regardless,
I said, it's not going to be 25%. Because it is such a low amount, it's going to be a lot less.
I just can't. I can't see them doing that. Yeah, I can't see them. I can't see them doing that. I mean, a lot of people. I mean, I don't understand a lot of things. Like this is the first year that I ended up I felt comfortable enough. I actually felt comfortable the last couple of years bringing in money and putting the 800,000 in a bank account. And the reason that I did that is because the last time that I went for my retirement visa, I had to go to I've got a new government center that I could throw a rock at and hit out my back door. And the original one is an hour drive away. Because I procrastinated, I had to go over there and and drive to that one to do it time before last, 2 years ago. And these three nice ladies that were there, there was only 2 or 3 other people, and I was there for 6 hours. And the lady afterwards came up to me and says, do you have money? And I'm thinking, oh, okay, here we go. I said, why? What do you need? Well, if you have enough money, maybe you might want to think about putting the 800,000 in the bank, because we've spent the last 6 hours highlighting every entry, because I was building the house then. So
Yeah, yeah.
I had thousands and hundreds of thousands and coming in 20, this 10. So they spent 6 hours highlighting every deposit that was in there. I said, you couldn't have stopped at 800,000? Said, because I had to bring in that year, I probably brought in 2 million baht or more. She said, nope, we have to highlight every entry into your bank account. So right after that, I went right down, brought in money and put 800 in a bank. This last time I went, I was there for 25, 30 minutes and done. So
let me ask you a question, because I never use it. I have the 800,000 in the bank, but I don't know. I'm just stubborn old dog. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. So I'm always using the 65,000 baht or more. But obviously, the 800,000 or more is more convenient to do. Do you still have to go to the bank to get the statement?
you got to get the 1 year statement. I go to my bank.
Well, good at that, because if it's there the year prior, and
it's
they're
not
looking
even,
to see if the money came from abroad.
they don't, for some reason they want it. It's one of those Thailand things.
But you
So it
understand
costs
what I'm
100.
saying, right? If I have
Yeah.
I have 800,000 in the bank for 3 years,
They're supposed to
they're not
be,
going back 3 years.
I don't know, but there's supposed to be some kind of a thing where my wife knows. I keep 820,000 baht in that account, and that's all it's for. And I've got 2 other accounts. And
I got 2 also, yeah.
Supposedly it can go down to 400 a month after that. You can drop it down to 400, and 4 months before you're getting ready to go to do it again, you have to bump it back up to 800.
Yeah,
And
they,
there's not,
I think,
but if
yeah.
you leave it there, you pay your 200 baht at the bank, or that's what they charge me, I think. And they send me the one thing. I pick it up. I give it to them. I gave them that, the photos, all the paperwork. My wife's got a file, she's like Paige. She's got a big thing. Oh, you need this? Here you go. Here, you need this.
But you got that statement in 1 day, right? It wasn't where you had to wait the 7 days like I normally wait to get.
No,
you know.
I waited the 7 days. There is a way around that. Supposedly you could get it emailed to you in like 2 days or something.
They want that.
But I just put it in my phone. I go in like 3 weeks ahead of time and get it all done, and it's easy. Here, I think there was 3 other people in the new government center over here. I don't know how it's like in
I guess we'll find
Pachua.
out. You got so much money, Dave, and so much money coming in. They can't keep up with you anyway. I don't think you have anything to worry about.
I got I don't know. I got pretty lucky in my life, because my son said, I don't want to go to college. I don't want to do this. You didn't. I said, yeah, but I got luckier than shit. But you know what it was? It was mostly property. Every time I bought a piece of property, it was when it was at the bottom. And every time I sold it, it was in those big giant spikes in the United States, to where I paid 120 for the house, and a year and a half later I sold it for 350. So, and then this last one with this, I just got rid of the last house, and they were going crazy. People were getting 30-40% higher than their asking price for their freaking houses. I don't know what it's like now.
All righty, let's go into some questions. If anyone has any questions for any of us, if the question is for JR or Dave, please state that on there so they know. Here, for example, here's one, Dave.
Yeah, Jay's got a disclaimer. This is not financial advice. Consult with a tax professional. You got it, Jay. Hey, there's that Boss Hog guy. Were we talking about him yesterday? Where's Chocolate Man?
Yeah, he said hello. He's the what would he's the hacker.
The hacker from yesterday. Yeah, he's in the United States. Van light.
Yeah.
Chocolate Man in a van. Go ahead. You read him.
Vanilla Man in a van. You see Chocolate Man in a van?
Vanilla Man in America.
I don't think tax is for average people. It's the people bringing in millions to buy new $1 million plus houses. Yeah, I can't answer that because I have no clue on the taxes. Like I said, we're all going to see together how this works, I guess, next year, right? And how they're going to even
Yeah,
control it.
it's going to be interesting. I'll say that much. It's going to be
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
You got a kick out of that, Boss Hog did.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
because
I'm
you got to
doing. I
get
got one
you got to
bank
get the
account
letter.
same way. Yeah, yeah.
You got to make a transaction in your book, and you got to get a letter from the bank verifying the amount that's in there, and they wanted a 1-year statement. But like you said, people in Thailand, you probably heard it from everybody here in Thailand that Joe is going to be totally different in Pachuap Kurikan than I am in Surin, than they are in Ubon, and they are in Udon, and they are in Bangkok and Pattaya. It all varies. It's what that person behind the counter wants that day,
Yeah, yeah.
and you just give them what you want, smile, and you'll have a good life here in Thailand.
Yeah. Did you see that gift? Joe, what have you done to Gift? She looks younger.
Got her a visa
I
to go
think
to
she got
Italy.
the visa. She gained 10 years of her life just from getting a visa.
Exactly. I think she's a little excited. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Uh, yes.
Travel.
Did we get Gift travel insurance? Gift's travel insurance covers you for 3 million baht.
Yes.
3 million baht. We didn't have to go to 3 million baht. The requirement was 30,000 euro. I think we could have done 1,500,000, but we did 3 million. How much did that cost? You remember, Gift? 1,900 baht for the travel insurance for the duration with the 43 days for 3 million. But it's worth it. Did you put that in my name by any chance?
No.
Let's see. You guys see any? I'm
Yeah,
reading the
Tony, up
comments
there.
now.
There is internet banking in Thailand with the Bangkok, any of the banks, but Bangkok Bank
Yeah.
I like. I don't know what bank do you use, Joe? You use
I
Bangkok?
use Siam Commercial in Bangkok. I
Yeah.
use two. Anyway, Tom F. I'm also looking forward to retiring in a few years and staying on my federal. Yeah, that's a good idea. I have the federal Blue Cross Blue Shield. Great insurance. It costs a lot. It's expensive. The family plan was really expensive. My son, who's 24 years old, his mother wanted to put him on her government insurance, so I took him off that, and I saved $270 or $250 a month just doing that. So I thank her for that. She said take him off. I said no problem. We both couldn't keep him on the government insurance at the same time because we both have the same government insurance. So I had to take him off for her to put him on, which was good for me. So that was like a. Am I using Federal Blue? I'm using the basic option is what I have. I just use the basic option because I don't know. I don't. I think the other plan you have to pay, regardless if you go to an outside provider, you have to pay 30% of the medical bill, and I forget what it is on medication. So if you go have a surgery for 1 million baht and you got to pay 30% of that, what is that? I'm with the basic plan. I think my hospital visit is $100. If I have surgery, it's $150. You just got to look. You got to look at the plan that's right for you. I believe I got basic. I don't really haven't looked into it lately.
Dana, right above that. I don't know about Joe, but I've been here 5.5 years, and I use my ATM from my local bank. It doesn't cost me anything. I don't know when the last time I used my American bank card. I don't know what Joe does, but I use my ATM.
Yeah, well, they must have the 800,000 in the bank because the ATM card you can't. You have to show some proof to stay here, right?
Well, she was just asking how do you get past the high ATM fees with the American banks. The only thing I use my American bank for is to have my money there, and I've got savings there, and I transfer my money when it comes into that bank account in the States. But if I use an ATM card, I use my Bangkok bank card and do it. But mostly I pay cash. So. Ms. Robertson? What did I miss? Oh, I'm behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my social security is paid, direct deposit. Yeah, that's what you were saying. You could Bangkok Bank. Robert, what is the exchange rate you get when they do that? What bank do you use, and are you getting the current exchange rate? I wonder how that works. Or are you losing money to get a direct deposit?
It looks like it says Bangkok Bank. Yeah, I'd be interested to know that too, Robert.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Because it costs me a bot. I mean, Chase is like right on. You can go to my app that I have for gold and for the bot exchange rate. If it says 35.5, I go to Chase and punch in my wire transfer, and it's 34.5. Exactly one bot. And usually I bring in 3,200 a month US, about
Yeah,
110,000.
Hey, Patty Forsman, we already talked about Europe in the beginning of the video, but if you have a question, go ahead and ask it, or just when the live stream is done, you can take a look at that if you want. I didn't even. Is there a JP Morgan in Bangkok? I know there's a Bangkok. In New York, there's a Bangkok bank, but I don't think they're connected in any way.
Isn't JP Morgan Chase? Or used to be JP Morgan? I don't even know. I don't know if there is.
I can give a personal experience on a bank.
Oh wow! Robert says they take 500 baht per transaction.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do your research before you decide to change to like a international friendly bank.
Very refreshing. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you, Rob. Five more, Anthony. Yeah.
People ask all the time, when should you take your money? I don't know. I mean, it depends on, everybody has a different situation. But I'll tell you what, on YouTube, there's got about 10,000, people that know way more than I do. And I'm going to say 95% of them say take it as soon as you can. And I'd be one of the persons that would do that too. But, it all depends on your situation.
Yeah. JR, you got a question there. You see it?
Yeah.
I highlighted it.
Yeah. So Tommy, the best thing about the Philippines, and you probably see this on many vlogs people talk about, is the people. Similar to Thailand, friendliest people on the planet. And speaking with a lot of guys that are retired here, we have an expat community. One of the reasons why they chose Philippines over Thailand, for them, it was the English language. Most Filipinos have a pretty good grasp of the English language, so that kind of sways some people. It doesn't sway me. I still prefer Thailand. But worst thing is, Joe already touched on it. The roads here, the infrastructure is not that great in majority of the places, and so driving is like a nightmare in a lot of areas.
I heard good things about Charles Schwab, but I don't have them, Jay. I tried to. They gave me an account, and they canceled me 2 months after I had it or something. I never went. That was when I first came here. But I've only heard good things about Schwab and Wise, which used to be TransferWise. But
yeah, I use Wise. That's how I transfer my money.
Yeah, I heard good things. I just haven't had a problem. It hasn't been that detrimental that if I had that one bot. Now, that year that I probably transferred a crap load of money, I probably could have saved quite a bit. But the 3,000 each month, I mean, and again, I try not to. I have to watch the way that I talk about stuff, because to me, it's that not a lot of money. My wife could feed her family for a month, So I try not to disrespect the Thai people by saying that. I've been trying to stop myself from saying, "Oh, it's only 1,000 baht." Well, hell, my father-in-law's and mother-in-law's retirement, they only get 500 baht a month from the Thai government. So what a lot of money to me and a lot of money to somebody else. I try to bite my tongue because I really respect Thai people. I love my life here. So
Yeah. I lost Anthony, but KP Digital, he lives in Vietnam. Anthony does. So you got Philippines right here, JR. Focus on Asia. You have KP Digital, Vietnam. So if you guys are interested, everyone's, I'm thinking about moving to another country. There's 2 YouTubers that show the those countries. So check them out again. Yeah. Both Thailand and the Philippines. Well, Thailand has traffic in Bangkok for sure, but if once you're out of Bangkok, the roads are pretty much clear. What do you think, Dave? Right?
Yeah, I got no problem, and I'll tell you what. There's Thailand. When somebody tells me now, and they say that Thailand is a third world country, no freaking way, no way. The infrastructure and the stuff that I see them doing on the highways, and the highways that I've ridden on, both on 2 wheels and 4 wheels, they're great. I mean, and forget about their internet. 1,000 up, 1,000 down. I get on fiber coming in here. You don't get that in the United States. So, I hate the Thailand. I don't really like to talk highly about Thailand because I don't want people to come here. I like it without people. But I have to bite my tongue on that and just tell people you're crazy if you don't come to Thailand and at least try it out for 6 months. And you got people like there that you can go to their YouTube channel and check out the Philippines, like Joe just said, or the KP Digital, and check out Vietnam. And there's channels you can go and get the real info and looking at it. I can't really talk about anything except for pretty much Thailand because I haven't been to any of other Southeast Asia places. I've been to Costa Rica. Costa Rica 30 years ago was awesome. Now it's, but I don't know. I'm going to die in Thailand. So that's
anyway. Tom F says this is more hot news that we've been seeing this also. Apparently, a couple hundred ladies. Yeah, that's been all over the news as well. And the lady boys are from the Philippines. That I guess that their territory or whatever. Jr. So
did any YouTubers capture that? Because that's going to be some views for them.
Yeah, I bet. Bear wants out. You want out? What do you want? Hey, come here.
Well, this will be nice news. I hear that they are building the U.S. Veterans Hospital in Jomtien. I guess, JR, you will move to Thailand.
Yeah, I haven't heard that, but I could see that as a possibility. I mean, Patty and Jomtien, such a large expat community, and you always have that, the military presence coming in there, for TDYs, deployments and stuff. So that would make sense.
A lot of people that I know that are in Thailand were in the Philippines for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, all military. They'd been there and they had to go there. I think there's actual. Is there a VA in?
In Manila.
So maybe that would be great for.
Yeah, it's the only one in Asia.
Yeah,
the only VA hospital currently.
I guess I can't give myself a thumbs up on StreamYard.
Probably not. No. How many you got? How many thumbs up? Huh? Well, there's 124 people there.
I gave you a thumbs down and it worked.
I know you did. I seen that one. See, when I do moderators and you're a moderator, it shows if the moderators put a thumbs down. No, I'm just kidding. That's when you, Anthony. I seen that.
I don't know exactly, and you can't hold me to it, but it's 800,000 per not for husband and wife, as far as I know. You'd have to have each would have to have 800 in, I believe. Check into it. Always.
I
Don't
think,
listen to
I
anybody.
think that, Mike and Nicole are gonna go to that, but I think, or was it Mike and Nicole, or was it another couple? They said the first year, yes, but after that, they could do one that is the, spouse, they could do $800 and have a spouse or something. I don't know. I don't
It
know.
could
You'd
be
have to
check
check.
into it. Yeah, you always
Yeah.
want to check it, regardless what I say. Anybody that says on the internet,
I
always go
always
to the
say,
government and check it out.
too, Jay, Dave, everything I say is my opinion. It's not
Right.
fact. Always
That's
check
it.
the official,
For sure. For sure.
agencies, locations, websites, or whatever. You always have to make sure, because no matter what I say, it could change tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I am right, and I'm not always right. So
That's what you'll learn if you come to Thailand.
Yeah.
Things
yeah.
change when the
Hey,
wind
Dave,
blows.
Same in
Dave's in the
Philippines.
house.
Is it
It's
the
like a
same there?
monthly, a monthly change.
Yeah.
It makes it
Dave-
challenging. I'll say that much. It's
Yeah.
definitely challenging. But if you keep your cool, and I've said it on my channel anyway, uh, the Thai people are freaking awesome. And even in the government buildings, yes, ma'am, no, sir, yes, sir. Take my hat off, put my bald head, and show respect. They'll say, you go up there. Oh, well, wait, you just wanted this paper yesterday, and now you want this one. Okay, I'll go and I'll be back tomorrow. Oh no, you just go out the door here, make a right. The person right there will give you the paper. You don't have to wait in line. Come back, give it to me, and I will stamp. So they're willing to bend over backwards as long as you don't raise your voice and get any kind of mad. They'll just smile at you and go, "I am never going to help you, ever, ever, ever." And I've seen it happen 2 or 3 times in there. But they will. They'll help you. They're just good people, which doesn't help. Like my wife were talking about the particular instance that we don't know is true or not or whatever. But I think that it's showing some kind of repercussions on foreigners in Thailand. And I hate to say that, but because of what happened recently, whether it's right or wrong and who did what or whatever it is, the Thai people some Thai people are treating foreigners differently or looking at them differently. That's why the head guys are going out and saying, if you're a foreigner, you need to respect and watch what you do in Thailand. And it's common sense. I mean, you know what's right and wrong. I mean, you don't do it. So hopefully that'll pass. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I mean, it's getting a lot of press right now. It's viral all over the internet. Both
Anyway,
those
moving
things.
on. Thomas Anders. Thailand is definitely not a third world country. I would agree. I don't know why they keep. It's a developing country, but it's definitely not third world. If you
I
ask
don't
me.
think so. I agree
Yeah.
with that.
What's this? Never what? Never travel outside the United States with direct express card. It's the worst. They screwed me over. Yeah.
Am I right?
I don't know
Yeah.
anything about.
My name's Dave. I'm from San Fernando Valley, right outside of Los Angeles.
Vanilla man and a man. Well, you should look at different options and find where you feel comfortable. Yep. Thailand is a very safe country. I agree with that as well. I've never felt any time threatened or anything, no matter where I was, what time in the morning. Of course, you still have to keep you still, if you're coming to Thailand and you go into the nightlife districts and everything, and you're drinking heavily and everything, you don't want to be out there intoxicated at 2 in the morning, I'm sure. So you still
No.
have to keep your wits about you. You have to know you still have to make sure you know your surroundings and everything. I wouldn't, every place has its challenges. Every place can have its challenges for sure.
What is 1800? That D, yeah, D. You need the equivalent pretty much of 800,000. So if you're saying 1800 times 36, so that's 64. You need about 65,000 baht a month. Yes, that's all you got to show. That's why you have to have the 1 year statement from the bank. They go and they highlight the deposits that came from your country into a Thai bank, and boom, boom, and you have to be above 50 years old if you're going for retirement. But no, you don't. You need the equivalent, because if you take that, 64 times 12 is 777,000. So basically, you need to have the equivalent Some people say that you can have 400,000 in the bank and show according to the way it reads. Now, again, it's how they interpret it, not how you interpret it. But the way that it reads, and it is interpreted that way, you have to have an equivalent of that a month, which means, do you have to have it in there every month? Yes, I would, because I wouldn't want any problem. But if you put in, oh shit, I missed a month. If you put in 200,000 the next month and boom, 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 it supposedly shouldn't be a problem, but you don't know. So yeah, you need to meet that mark. It's on their website. And if you show 12 months, every month that coming in, and you meet the age requirements and all that, you don't need 800,000 in the bank. So.
Yeah. So you guys have any questions about the European trip? Any questions for Gift while she's sitting down? Because she's not going to be here very long. She keeps getting up and leaving. If you have any questions.
She doesn't look
question
excited
for
at
Gift.
all. Okay, go ahead.
I've got a question for Gift. Does she know that there's no iced chocolate in Europe?
Yeah, my son Daniel already spilled the beans on that and told her there's Starbucks all over the place.
Ah,
That's good.
First thing he said, "Gift, don't worry, there's Starbucks all over Europe." So nice try, JR.
Yeah, she's got to be excited. I would be. Even to go, I've been trying to get to go to Europe since I was a kid, so I haven't got a chance to do that. I missed out with a good friend because I couldn't sell a panhead that I had, and he was only going to go for 2 months or a month on a rail pass. Is that the thing? It was just him, and it would have been me, and he ended up spending almost 8 months in Europe going around and.
Normally, you can't go to
we were
Europe
young.
on the Schengen Visa is 90 days, so that must have been a
Well,
long time.
I'm talking about. I was 19 years old.
Yeah.
So
they changed to the Schengen Visa. I forget when, but yeah, when I first went to Germany in 1979, U.S. passport, you could stay there forever.
He had an absolute ball, ball. And I couldn't sell that panhead, and sure enough, a month after I left, it sold the next day after he left. But I will someday. I'll get over there and check it out, or I could just watch Joe and Gift's videos, and I won't have to go. So.
Tommy J. You miss noodle. No, I buy noodle with the
Yeah, we're actually going to Tommy J. Where is that one? Did I pass it over? Where is it? Did I pass it? Oh, I'm losing these comments. I don't know where I'm at right now. Anyway, there was one saying that his Gift going to miss the noodles. She's actually bringing a case of cup of noodles with her to Europe just to make sure. Otherwise, yeah, life won't be good if Gift doesn't get noodles and rice.
Oh yeah, that was Tommy J. Tommy J always asks good questions.
Yeah, although my daughter-in-law, I believe, eats rice every morning. So as far as rice goes, Gift's not, because she's from Colombia. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe I've seen her eat rice quite a few times in the morning. So you may get your rice.
Yeah, Nude didn't. Jake's got it. Nude didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's a little excited. Hey, Dowlow, how you doing? Yeah, it's going to be. I would be excited too. I don't see how she's going to make.
Dave, you see that?
No, which one?
I highlighted
my apologies, not remembering the gentleman on the right. Yeah, as I told him, San Fernando Valley. I spent 18 years before my wife passed away when I came to Thailand, of 30 years. I spent in above at Bass Lake in Central California. So actually, you're right. So I didn't look at it close enough until just then. Yeah, I was up about a mile and a half from Bass Lake. I was up there for 20 years, and she passed from leukemia. And we were going to come to Thailand, and I came to Thailand. Joe did the interview with me. How long ago, Joe? 4 years ago? I don't know. 3 years ago?
Yeah, it's been a while. When you first came, it's been a while. I can't even remember. Yeah. Here's when I heard that on time that if you make $1,800 a month, say in the USA, you don't need to have $800. You don't. You have to bring in 65,000 baht or more a month, and you have to be able to show that that's coming from abroad. But the problem nowadays is like for example, when I first came to Thailand, you could go to the U.S. Embassy and get the financial affidavit. That's no longer available. So I really don't know how you start with the $1,800 a month if that's what it is at today's rate. I'm not sure what it is. Let's see what that is.
64 or something, 77
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll vary a little bit. But as long as you have that and you get your 1 year statement and it comes in, but you have to meet the other requirements too. Over 50, this is for
Dave, you're
retirement.
not going to have that because you're not going to have the financial affidavit. They want to see that over the course of the. I don't know how they do that. You used to have a financial affidavit. Now they want 12-month bank statement proving that you transferred 65,000 baht or
Yes.
more
Yes.
a month in.
Yep.
So when you first
Yep.
come to Thailand, what I would suggest, I would never suggest this before, but what I would suggest now, when you first come to Thailand, your first visa, get through an agent. They'll be able to help you out.
Right.
And after
I
that, you
agree
can
with
do it
that.
on your own as long as you transfer on that. And yeah, right now at today's exchange rate, it's $1,816. If
I got the
so, you
last.
gotta,
We came
yeah,
the same time. I got the last one of those. I
yeah,
swear to God, I make 150,000 a year. Here's my $50, and I got the last one, and I had 6 months to use it, and I let it expire, and ended up having to. My wife ended up when I had that tube shoved down my throat and was in intensive care for 2 months. My wife finished up my visa. When I got out of there, she had my retirement visa. Got an affidavit from the doctor, showed it to them. I don't know how the hell she did it, but the first time she got it done. She's amazing.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean,
What say you, JR? You haven't been talking. I'll shut up now.
yeah, I can shut up too.
Tell us about the Philippines.
I got nothing.
You got nothing. Anyone have any questions for JR? He's usually not that quiet on his videos. I don't know what's going on today.
You need a coffee? Yeah.
Yeah.
Early
I pulled
morning.
the string the third time. Let's see. There is no return. Most people are teaching. Oh, in Viet. Oh, he's talking about Vietnam.
Yeah, I don't know about this. To renew your long-term visa, long-term visa. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
different. That's
Yeah,
a
for sure.
10-year visa, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that I don't know either.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Yeah, that's true. Tommy's saying role reversal for Joe and Gibb. Joe will be doing most of the translation on the trip. That's true, Tommy.
That is 100%. I'm trying to get a lot
Military.
of these comments. We're not getting all of them, but
Well, Jake's got one for JR saying, "What is your military background?" Air Force, I believe, but you look familiar,
Yeah.
he said. And Jake was an Air Force guy, right, Jake?
Yeah. 20
re-
years Air Force.
you retired in 1990 something, JR?
Yeah, yeah. No,
2000 what?
2007.
JR's not that old. Well, you've been married 32 years, so to your beautiful Filipino wife, 32 years. That's
Thanks,
amazing.
boss hog.
If I add all of mine up, I get 32, I think. I don't think that counts for anything.
I don't know, Rob. I think you just like I said, that's mostly on the channel now that I trying to get is that if you have a significant other that has passed away, your life doesn't have to end at 65. There's still life to be had, and that's what I try to do on my channel anyway. But I never thought, like I said, 5 years ago, if you told me after this one on my arm, I had her put on there, passed away in 30 years with her, then you'd have told me, oh, you're going to find a wife and you're going to build 2 houses and you're going to have a truck and 5 scooters and motorcycles and all that, and your life's going to be great. I would have said, oh, you're so full of shit. Go away.
Yeah.
But yeah, at least that's what I want to do with the channel now is help people that know some. My Uncle Bill is, 65. He's in the United States. His wife of 35 years is gone, and he's just laying on the couch waiting to die. You don't need to. There is a life to be had out in. It doesn't have to be in Thailand, in Southeast Asia, I think, because
Yeah.
JR's shaking his head too.
Yeah.
It is possible. But back then I would have said no, it ain't going to happen. I'm not going to love another woman, but it does happen. Thank God. My life is awesome. So,
Gift, are you excited to meet Joe's grandchildren?
I can't wait.
Can't wait. Yeah. We are. Well, I'm excited to see my grandchildren. It's been 5.5 years, so that's going to be nice.
I think my idea, I didn't buy something for like a date for her, like in a friend date.
Yeah. We'll buy something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
how
that's
old are
what I
they,
would
Joe?
say. We may have
How
to go
old
to we may have to go to Bangkok. We weren't going to. We were going to just fly right out of here, but we may have to go do some shopping. We have to do some shopping, souvenir shopping. If
How
Gift and
old
I
are
were
they,
bringing you
Joe?
guys back a small gift, what would it be? What would you ask for? A small. I'm not talking
How
about
old
an
are they? How
expensive.
old are they, Joe?
Well, I'm talking about for my sons, my
Oh,
grandchildren. My grandson is 18. My granddaughter is 8.
18 and 8. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm an old man, believe it or not.
Yeah, my
And
my
I think,
my kids aren't
huh?
that old. My grandkids are. I think the oldest is 13.
Yeah. Anthony, KP Digital, Gift and I are going to Madrid. You said that too bad we weren't going to Spain. We are going to, let me say that we said this in the beginning, but I'll go over it real fast. We are going to flying into Venice, Italy, going to Pordenone, where I used to live and work. Hang around there. From there, we are going to Croatia we're going to Croatia, from Croatia to Germany, Germany to Vienna, Austria, Vienna, Austria to Madrid, Spain to Prague, and Prague back to Venice, Italy. And on 2 of those trips, the one in Germany, we may go to Denmark for just one day to Copenhagen. It's all the time we have. I know we have some folks saying, "Oh, you should go there longer." And while in Venice, we will probably go to Slovenia for one night, one day or one night, because I have some friends in Slovenia as well. But we can't. A lot of folks are going to be suggesting, and we appreciate that, or recommending that we go here, we go there, we go here. Unfortunately, we only have so much time. We already have our itinerary, our schedule laid out, and that's where we are going. We're not deviating from that because I got to pay for all these hotels and everything in advance, and the flights also. So when we go, that's where we're going. It's not going to change. Make some good suggestions, maybe the next time in Europe, but not this time. We're going to have an awesome time. But I know Gift, I'm excited too. I've been to Spain, but I've never been to Madrid. I've mostly went to Barcelona, Loretta More, places like that. I've been to Croatia, but I've never been. We're going to Split, Croatia. Never been to Prague at all. So this will be the first for me as well. Been to Austria, but never to Vienna. So yeah, a lot of this is going to be the first time for me as well. So Gift and I are going to be exploring together for the first time.
I'm looking forward to the videos.
Yeah, well, they're going to be slow coming because I'm going to be enjoying my time. I'm not going to be so focused on doing videos all the time, but we will get footage. We will edit and upload the footage, but it's not going to be like day after day after day. That's just not going to happen.
No, you
I
need to have a
want
good
to enjoy
time.
my family. I want to enjoy, but we will get the footage out there. Yeah.
I get to
Dave
dance.
and JR have to dance.
For me, I'm not a dancer.
Well, JR kind of did that, right? Yeah, we'll do that when Dave. Dave, you're coming to visit us one day. You say, and
I'm
JR,
gonna come your
you're
way.
coming back, so we'll have to do
Maybe I'll
that when
come
Dave
around
is.
the same time or something. When are you coming this
Yeah.
year, JR, right? You said? You come to
Yeah.
Surin. I'll buy you and your wife dinner here in Surin and Nissan. Stop by for a day if you're heading this way. But if you guys are
Yeah,
coming
Dave,
out
you
that
never
way, I'll
offered to
plan
buy
for you.
me dinner.
Of course I would. You won't come to Surin. He's tried. He's been like at Chuck's and stuff like that. He's got to drive
If
right.
I knew you were buying
I
dinner,
can't
I'd
do
get
it.
in my car tomorrow now.
Yeah, it's only, what is it going to cost me? $3? $60?
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Not for me. I eat steak.
I do have a couple of steak places. We don't have a abundance of great places here, but we have a couple of good ones. So I would
Yeah.
definitely. But I'll come your way. I'm going to
I'll-
subscribe to Jay.
Well, we never met your beautiful wife. We're looking forward to meeting her, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm having a meetup in Pattaya on the 13th of March at a taco place. A lot of the people from the channel. We're gonna have about 30 people there, but I'm gonna go there, and then and she's gonna come. She's not gonna come for the whole day. Her and the kids are coming on. I'm going on the 13th. I think is a Wednesday. She's coming Thursday night, and the kids are out of school in the private school in Bangkok. They're coming over, and then they'll all drive home with me. So it's a lot of the people on the channel. But it's hard.
Yeah.
Like I was talking to JR earlier, I'm different than Joe and Gift and Chuck and Paige and James and Fa. Their girlfriends or wives don't work. My wife works, so it's hard for me to go places and do things. It's not what we get to do a lot of, but we're going to come your way. I've told you that, I think 4 years ago when we did it, you wanted to meet her and I wanted her to meet you guys. So we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen.
Okay, what's your favorite Thai dish? All three belongs on the panel. I love Thai food, but only had it in Vermont. Hell, I like
probably gonna be a
anything
little
Gift cooks. Anything Gift cooks is but my go-to would be Kapao Gai Kai Dao. It's like a rice with a ground chicken, spicy. It has to be spicy, and an egg on top. I guess that's my go-to one, right? For the most part. What about you, JR?
For me, it's pad kaprao.
Same.
That's
And
usually my go-to dish when I go there.
yeah, it's basically the same as me. Just you put egg on it.
Yeah,
I like
kind of.
lamu because they don't
I was
use the oil in it.
I was ready to say, do you put eye on it? I'm already freshening up on my German. Eye is egg in German.
Now, I don't know what it's
And-
called, but I get that fried fish that they actually cut up and cube up. It's deep fried. It's not the best for you in the world. And then you get a big giant thing of lettuce of some sort, and then you put a peanut and a carrot stick and mango, and then you eat the lettuce leaf with the piece of fish in it. It's tilapia. I think it's my favorite. I don't know what it's
Thomas
called.
Enders. Yeah, Thomas Enders. Make sure you take him. That would be one of the first things anyone should do if they go to Venice. I would say. Well, if they're a couple, I mean, if you're a single person going over there, but yeah, definitely. I don't know what they cost now, but I think it was €60 or €80 for 30 minutes, so it's probably €100 now, which is about $100. But yeah, definitely an experience I will not let Gift miss when we're in Venice, for sure. Gift, what food are you most looking forward to trying? A cup of noodle that she's going to have in a suitcase. No, I don't know. What food are you looking most? What do you think you want to try? Anything? Yeah, that's hard for Gift. Gift, since you had German food here in a German restaurant.
But I like or not, I don't know.
If Starbucks is considered a food, that would be the first thing she wants to try. But
Well,
since
just
it's not a food.
I think she's going to enjoy Italy just because the amount of the pasta. You know, it's similar to noodles. You know, it's.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
she's
Trent,
gonna,
wouldn't like it. You wouldn't like it out here in Nissan. The food is on fire, which I like. So I'm lucky. But
yeah,
it's definitely
Nissan's definitely another spice level.
Yeah. They don't hold back on the chilies. That's for sure.
Yeah, Gift, read this, okay? Please tell Gift not to put ketchup on a pizza in Europe. I will not let her do that. In fact, I don't even think they have ketchup bottles. And if she did that, it'd be an embarrassment, and I would probably be kicked out of the restaurant. So yeah, that's not going to happen.
I've cooked pizza for my Thai family for the parties that we've had here of all my Thai family's friends and stuff, and they just absolutely love the pizza, and they just absolutely love putting ketchup all over it, and they love it that way. So, hey,
Yeah. Yeah. it's definitely going to be a good experience for Gift and me as well. I mean, it's been 5.5 years we've been together. Well, 5 years yeah, about 5.5 years now. We've known each other for 6 years. April would be 6 years, and 5.5 years in a committed relationship. And I wouldn't change it for the world. Gift is a beautiful lady, and I love her.
And I didn't know Joe from any. Well, I started watching him when I got here, but we came within a week of each other. In
Yeah.
November of 2018, right? Something like that. October, November.
Well, I
think
came in September, the end of September. I retired on the 27th of September. Got my flight and got into Thailand on the 28th because of the time difference. And I'm going to go. I got to go to the men's room. Talk to Gift. I'll be back. She'll answer all the comments.
You don't want to take the microphone with you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I like to see that too, Jake.
This my room right now.
You order pizza and you get yeah. They love ketchup. I don't know. I think they like sweet, right?
Sweet.
Gift.
Yeah.
They like the sweet
Yeah.
sauce. And like I said, yeah. In fact, I just bought another pizza oven. I had the one that you put the pellets in, and now I haven't even unboxed it. But I bought the one that hooks up to. They're those portable little pizza ovens. The one that has propane. So
Is
I'm
that,
gonna break that open.
Is that the stainless steel, like the
Yeah.
Umis, that type?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I bet
The hardest part.
behind those.
The hardest part with the pellets I found was the being able to keep turning the pizza. This one that I bought, it doesn't have the electric. It's on you reach underneath it and it's round and you can spin it in there. Otherwise, you got to turn the pizza and you can regulate the gas. Are you going to get the wood flavor? Probably not, but it's going to be fine. But it's a lot easier for me cooking 15 pizzas. I can cook 15 pizzas in the gas fired in an hour, where with the pellet deal it'd take me 3.5 hours. So it was a pain in the butt. So I put that to the house that I built in Ubon, and I'll keep this one here. But go ahead, Gift. You're on. You're the star of the show. He's not excited.
I'm not very excited. If expecting Mama dies noodle. Yeah, I'm packed the noodle cup and a cup of joke.
There you go.
Yeah. I love cup noodle.
Douglas wants to know how long your visa is good for. Gift. Douglas wants to know how long is your visa good for. The one you got.
Oh, 48 days.
48 days.
48 days.
Yeah. The thing is, we were hoping when we put in for the visa. I'm back, by the way. We were hoping when we put in for the visa that they would give the 90 days, right? Because that's what you could stay in Europe, 90 days or under. And I bought the flex ticket, so I said if we could stay for 90 days, we were going to. Then I was going to go for longer periods of time, and maybe go to other countries as well. And because you're paying a lot of money to get there, you might as well enjoy it. But when it came back, it only gave her 5 extra days, which is nothing. It's not worth changing the ticket for. So I just guess they gave her that flexibility for what happened, Gift? For getting out of I don't know what Gift just did. For getting out of the country, but and all of these countries, Romania used to be and Croatia used to be, they weren't part of the Schengen countries, and now they are. Had they not been, we could have went to Croatia. That doesn't count as the 48 days. And we could have went to Romania also. But the Italian embassy, they gave an expiration date. Not only did they give the 43 days, and the 43 days gets us through the a certain amount of time, and then the expiration date is like a week later. So it wouldn't have worked anyway, They gave us a multi-entry. Multi means we could go out and come in, but only during that time they gave the start date and the end date. So, yeah, what a shame. But hey, it is what it is. We're happy. We're not complaining. Next time, it'll be a few years because, again, this is not obviously just for our flights alone, we're looking at five grand because to Europe and back, it was a $2,300 round trip. But then when we're there, we're flying Venice to Croatia, like I said, to Germany, to Prague, to Spain, um, Vienna, all of these places. Those flights are very not expensive, but $100, $200 adds up
Yeah.
for two,
Oh,
and
I
that's
bet.
each person.
That's not going to
So
be
you know,
cheap.
if it's
Yeah.
$200 each, that's $400 right there, right?
Yeah, it's not Southeast Asia travel.
Where it's $26.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah, I like
Graham,
Southeast Asia travel.
where is it? Right there. Okay. There you go. Joe, you must try Peroni beer. Graham, I lived in Italy for almost 10 years, and I've drank more than my share of Peroni beer as well as a wine. But yeah, very good Italian beer for sure. I even drink it here in Thailand, believe it or not, when it's available, and it's not overly expensive, which it always is. And anyway, how long we've been going now? We've got 97 watching, and we've been, I don't know how long. Oh, an hour and 40 minutes. We're gonna have to end this live stream soon. So you guys have any more questions for any of us? For Dave, for JR, for myself? We're gonna end this. Normally we only like to go an hour. We have two guests on the channel, so we went a little bit over. Keep Joe away
Time
from the
flies when you're
schnapps.
having fun.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to do the schnapps. It's like a moonshine. Some of it could be really, really strong. Yeah, those days are over with the I don't do that anymore. Yeah. What does this say after the first Schengen visa? My partner has received a few times 2-year Schengen visa. Yeah, that's what we're hoping. We're hoping the next one. And also with getting this visa now, it should be easier. I'm thinking. I mean, I don't know, for her to go to the States, for us to put in for a visa to the States. I mean, we've been to 5-6 countries in Southeast Asia. Now she's going to Europe. They're not going to count the countries we go to basically because it's a Schengen visa, right? So that's different. But yeah. Question for JR. There's a question for you, JR.
Any experience with India? No, other than eating Indian food.
I like Indian food. That's it.
Yeah. There's some hot news about India right now as well. Unfortunately, there was some YouTubers from Spain. I don't know where in India, and unfortunately, 7 guys robbed them and raped her.
Oh,
So,
wow.
and this is all over social media also, if you look at it. They actually put it up there. So what a shame. So yeah, I don't think, I mean, again, this could happen anywhere in the world. It doesn't, it's because it's India. I'm not saying that. But yeah, you got to know your surroundings and know where you're going, and you got to be safe, right? And don't be, I don't know. It's a shame. That's all I can say.
I went to Bangladesh with the military, and that's basically Bangladesh is surrounded by India. Basically, for those not familiar, Bangladesh used to be part of India, and that experience kind of shied me away from visiting India.
Yeah,
just visiting Bangladesh. So it's just my personal experience.
Yeah, one of the subscribers on the channel, Andy, he's there right now. He's been there for 3 weeks. He's going to come to the meetup in Pattaya. He had a bunch of pictures, and I'm kind of actually looking forward to talking to him and asking him about his experience. He goes all over, and he's an older gentleman too. Yeah. Great guy.
So there's a link to the story I did on Dave, but if I did it on, if it's still there, did I do that on the old channel or the new channel?
I think you brought it over.
The Joe channel, I don't have too many videos up there. I don't know.
I think it is. I think it's still available. I have it on mine too.
Yeah,
your video on mine.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's an interesting.
I have the old channel. I haven't figured out what if I'm going to. I've been saying for 2 years now I'm going to do a Cup of Joe.
Cup of Joe. Yeah, I'm waiting.
Yeah, but I don't. You know, I'm not really much of a talker, Dave. You could do that. But,
yeah, I know. And I didn't. But the first time when I talked to Joe, he said, "Well, maybe you ought to try YouTube and maybe do it." And I said, all I did was show the hotels that I went to, so my family didn't talk, didn't do anything. And then it was, well, you just do it. Joe's advice: just do it, and then start talking, and then eventually turn it around. And now you can't get me to shut up. So I don't know what happened, but I have fun with it. We have a good time on the channel. Joe and Gift, great people. I feel very honored to have met him and call him a friend. We have
Same
a good
here.
time.
Same here. So when is your meetup? He says.
It's on
Hot-
the 13th of this month at on 6 o'clock at night at Taco House. So anybody's invited that wants to stop by. There's going to be about we got a hotel and there's about 10 or 15 people from the channel that are going to be there, and then there's in Pattaya, Mitch is going to come. A lot of people that are around there. There's going to be 20, 30 people. It'll be fun. It'll be a good time. If anybody wants to stop by all means, stop by.
All righty. Let's see. We're going to end this pretty here. Hello, hi Joe and Gift from Texas. That's Robert Lee. Okay. Mrs. Jake and I will be there. Okay. Gift and I won't be, unfortunately. Gift and her mother are Gift's sister and mother are coming to visit us during that time. So
actually, Jake is in Thailand right now. He'll be there too. So
yeah, he said that.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Went to Taco House with Chocolate Man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Same place. And actually, Alex and Miley are going to come too. So if you're familiar with them from there. I retired.
Retired, sold my business. My mom moving with my brother in North Carolina next week. See if I got tired of living.
Nice retirements.
Having lunch with Ron John today. Kate and Jake.
Cool. Good people. He came.
Yeah.
Ron, I really enjoy him and his family. They came to the house blessing too. That Joe. Actually, we figured out you guys were selling the place, and Joe and Gift couldn't make it, but it was a fun time. We had a good house.
You guys still live? We're still live for about another 5 minutes, and then we're going to end it. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them now, because we do have to end this live stream. We have other things that we got to get done. Fortunately or unfortunately, we have to get things done. One is getting ready to get some euros for
Starbucks ice chocolate. Starbucks.
Can I do a shameless?
No, Starbucks here, but Gift makes their own now. Here you go.
I see. Okay. Very good.
But anyway, guys, appreciate you guys coming on the live stream. Dave, JR, appreciate your
nice meeting you, JR.
Nice meeting you too, Dave.
Maybe we'll do this again one time. But
whenever I'm game.
Hey, can I do a shameless channel plug before we close out?
Of course you can.
All right. Starting Sunday, we'll be on travel. So if anyone's interested in watching Taipei or South Korea or Japan, that's going to be our travel for the next month.
Sounds good to me. Yeah. I am.
Well, I recommend people. It's up to you, but it's free to subscribe to anyone's channel. So go ahead and subscribe if you'd like to, both JR and Dave, and just give it, up to you. Click the bell so you get notified. In fact, if you're not subscribed to our channel, consider subscribing to us as well and do the same thing. We appreciate it. Like I said, it's free, but it's up to you.
I am subscribed. I just clicked on the link that Jake put up, and I am subscribed. So.
Oh, Dave wasn't subscribed to my channel, and I had a 20-minute timeout this morning, so he had to wait to
That's right. I couldn't say anything.
All righty, guys. Well, again, thank you so much
for
all the
me.
moderators. Appreciate you. We truly do, and we look forward to the next one. We look forward to continuing to share our journey with you guys, and hopefully you continue to follow us on our journey. But as always, and until next time, stay safe, stay happy, stay tuned. Bye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Is that a dance? That's a dance. There we are. There we go.